Hey guys, next installment here on partial products multiplication. If you saw the previous video on partitioning rectangles, this one's going to be an extension to that and help you really move in and figure out another strategy or another algorithm here for solving multiplication problems. So let's get into the video. We're going to start with a quick review of what we already learned about partial products. So let's look at 47 times 3. We learned how to solve these problems by multiplying 3 times 40, getting a partial product, and then we multiply 3 times 7 and getting a partial product, add those together and get the answer. So we'll start with 3 times 40, that's 120. 3 times 4, basic fact is 12. Add the 0 from 40, get 120. 3 times 7 is 21. Those are my two partial products. I now have part of the answer. I need to add those up to get the full answer. 0 plus 1 is 1. 2 plus 2 is 4. Answer is 141. 47 times 3 is 141. So you can see with this method, we're basing it on multiplying the numbers, but you're not multiplying just 3 times 7 and 3 times 4. You're multiplying the numbers based on the value of the number and not just the number itself. So you need to think back to place value. You need to think a bit about writing numbers in expanded form, and that this 4 is not really worth 4, it's worth 40. So that's a simple 2-digit times 1-digit. What I'm going to get into in the video is 2 digits times 2 digits. Same type of algorithm, same type of problem, except you're going to see there are a couple additional steps to it. So let's look at a problem. We'll look at 43 times 26. Right, I'm going to start doing the same thing by multiplying 6 times 40 and getting 240. And then I'm going to multiply 6 times 3 and get 18. So far it's exactly the same. What I need to do now is I need to deal with this 2, which wasn't in the last problem. And we know that that 2 is worth 20, so I'm going to do the same thing and multiply the 2 times the 4, or 40, and 2 times 3 to get my other partial product. So 20 times 40, again, you have to think, okay, what is 20 times 40? Now, I won't write this down. I'm just putting it here to show it to you. 4 times 2, or 2 times 4, the basic fact is going to be 8. 2 times 4 is 8. And then I add 2 zeros to my product, right? We learned that with extended multiplication facts. So 20 times 40 is 800. And 20 times 3, remember that's not 2, it's 20 times 3, would be 60. Right? Now I have 4 partial products. I add those up, and I'm going to get my total answer. So over here in the ones place, I add 0 plus 8, 0, 0. That would be 8. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. So I need to carry. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. Carry the 1 again, but falls right down. So 43 times 26 is 1,118. Let's look at another one. This time we'll start with 57 times 34. And we're going to start over here again with 4 times 50 and 4 times 7. So we'll start with 4 times 50. 4 times 5 is 20. Add the 0 from 50, that would be 200. 4 times 50 is 200. 4 times 7, 28. Then I move over to my 3, which is really worth 30. I'm going to multiply 30 times 50, and I'm going to multiply 30 times 7. So 30 times 50, 3 times 5 is 15, and I need to add 2 zeros. So that's 1,500. 30 times 7, basic fact would be 3 times 7, 21, and add 1 0, 210. Add my partial products up, I'll get my answer. 8, 3, 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, 1,938. I'm going to give you another one. See if you can solve this one. So pause the video once I give you the problem. Let's do 59 times 24. Hey, you can pause the video, try to work yours out on paper or on slate, your slate with your marker, and when you come back to the video, I'll show you the answer and you can see if you're correct. So go ahead and pause it now and see if you can work it out. Okay, you had a chance to pause the video and work it out. I'm going to go ahead and work mine out now. 4 times 50 would be 200. 4 times 9 is 36. 20 times 50, right? 2 times 5 is 10. Add the 2 zeros, that's 1,000. 20 times 50 is 1,000. And 20 times 9, I almost made it a common mistake there. I need to remember that 2 is not worth 2, it's worth 20. 20 times 9 is 180. Add up my partial products. Let's see what I get. 6, 11, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1, 4, 1,416. Keep in mind, you're not multiplying the actual digits times each other. You're multiplying them based on the values. Please be careful. And sometimes it helps to talk through the problem. As you see, that's, what I do. When I work through this, I don't say 2 times 9. I tell myself 20 times 9 and 20 times 50. And sometimes I might even write it out over on the side, like I did in the first one. 50 times 20, 20 times 50. Solve the basic fact first, 2 times 5, and get 10, and then add your 2 zeros into your product. Sometimes that helps to make sure you have the right numbers in your partial product so that you get ultimately the correct final answer. Keep this strategy in mind. Feel free to use it and refer to the video again if you need to. Thanks, and I'll see you guys in a bit.